Hi everyone and welcome to our podcast How Taylor Swift Impacts the Economy. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Elsa. We find ourselves at the crossroad of pop culture and macroeconomics as we venture into the economic impact of one of the world's biggest music personalities, Taylor Swift.
Exactly, with her Eras tour expected to have an estimated $5 billion in costs across the country, is the Taylor Swift economic impact.
Let's start with some awe-inspiring statistics. It estimates, report the U.S. Travel Association, that Taylor Swift tour will be seeing some very economic activity.
Precisely. For example, for 6 SoFi Stadium nights in Los Angeles, there was an estimated $320 million of economic activity in Los Angeles. Not ticket sales at all, but merchandise, food, transportation, and hotel stays.
More even than that, the tour will create 3,300 jobs and produce $160 million of local earnings. It's a mega economic and just not a series of concerts.
Consider how one artist can pump up an entire city economy. This type of events will typically generate a 1,000% increase in demand for part-time workers.
Just take Gillis Stadium as an example. It's all sorts of crazy things right now as far as searching for people part-time to meet all the demand for this event. Perfect example of how local economies can actually thrive with these events, particularly service and hospitality.
Many people are not sure that this economic gain will sustain in the long run. However, defense economist Victor Matheson stated that much of ticket sale money is directed straight into artist pockets and thus does not stay in the local economy for long.
That is correct, indeed. Of course, direct economic impact is great, but you would have to look beyond it into the future. Aside from the party, naturally, reason must be raw as to whether they are investing more money into the local economy or merely focusing on the concerts.
Right. According to Matheson, the fans would probably limit the economic profit by doing the little more than shell out money for their ticket and souvenir purchases.
There can, however, be a silver lining, the new business emerging from the tour, fancy bracelets, for example, are sold on ST to the tune of over $3 million.
And this leads us to some of the basics of economics, supply and demand. Demand for tickets to see Taylor Swift perform has pushed resale prices to an average of nearly $4,000.
It is a shortage at its best. High demand and low supply send prices skyrocketing and establishes a structure for the marketplace where it advantages some and hurt others.
And while cities pour money into buildings to promote capital events, one ongoing question persists: will they return on those investments in the long run?
So basically, what is interesting about the artist branding from the perspective of consumerism is how it can influence the economic structures. Taylor Swift is not just music, she has a huge stake in the local and national economies.
Oh yes, there is such a concept as Swift shock. It strikes the tourist peak and gets a wave of small businesses going. But policymakers attempt to harmonize what is advantageous for consumers with their business interests.
Therefore, the next time someone reduces pop culture to being mere entertainment, remind them of that economic ripple effect whereby Taylor Swift creates.
She is filling arenas, but she is filling economies.
That is how we would like to wrap up the discussion, and we would like to do that through individual contemplation. What the event can create on an economic level, it creates jobs as well as support local businesses, and that is something that everyone will appreciate.
But we hope that cities will follow this and perhaps improve its infrastructure so that create avenues not only for concert but for diversifying events.
Thanks for watching us today. What our Taylor Swift economic impact, bro?
Don't forget to subscribe and come back next time for more behind the scenes of pop culture and economics. See you next time!